I wonder who came up with comedy. You're probably right. Because they always stealing our shit anyway. That nerd, they're funny. Oh man, that's some shit right there, boy. You know, I need to jump back on Killing Floor and go and get this 25 out the way. Yep. Yup. Oh man.
Oh, man.
Hey, Warren, you ain't got a killing floor no more?
Yeah, I got it.
Let's kill some Zeds then, nigga.
Yeah, I got a man game right now, nigga.
Oh,
EA
okay.
Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
No, not Ray's Boom Boom Room.
Mm-hmm.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30.
Quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Second and 5. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Back to throw. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a second award in week 2 of the season.
They'll look to throw. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Now back to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, Herbert. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Oh, any attribute besides speed, acceleration, injury, and
on 2nd down, Johnson. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, you know, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
Like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. He had the start to a season a week ago that everybody wants to have. NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Can he do it a 2nd time?
He can. He absolutely positively can because of his skill set. When people adjust to him, he has a great ability to adjust himself and make them continue to chase him throughout the game.
Check.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
61, match again.
Off play action. Herbert. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Tie it right. We got 4. We got 4. 24 is the mark. And watch the leg. Go. 24 is the mark. Watch the slant. 24 is the mark.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Marcus Davenport in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Here's Tyler Newsome now. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 9 now from the 21.
Where'd he go? 25 to the mic. Got you. I got you, son. Hey, 25.
Second and 9 now. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards there. Good for a Saints 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. A Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 1st touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On second down now, it's Johnson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3-and-out.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another first and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Sam off. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Hit it.
On first down, Herbert. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
I don't know. One thing
I have a problem with is that we don't appreciate our blackness. Black people, it just seems like we just too up and cool.
Like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards, the final tally. He'll look to throw. Looking long for Thomas. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Come on,
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
2nd and 11. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Weber. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Bravo. Go.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Flush to his right. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Here we go, here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Well, that's complete to Sanders. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and that'll bring up second down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back to throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And Lutz's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood!
From the gun, Herbert. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
A gain of 29 yards. And the Lions first down.
This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
On the double. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I got him. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Blue draw Parker. Hey, Orbit. 53 is the Mike. No gain on this defense. No gain. 53. Go.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Oh, this is a complete mishit. It's no good. Didn't even get it there. And this score will stay right where it is. Seibert's kick is good. And that will knock things up here late in the first half. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
That's fielded in the end zone. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Again, it's Johnson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 31, check 31.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll set up to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some... Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete as well. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And Lutz puts this one through. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time.
I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw on second down, Herbert. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrett Davis with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Herbert escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Switch. Hey, dude. Hurry, dude.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time. They come out here in the eye. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll set up a throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. The 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 78 yards. And the Saints have retaken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Ready?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
A four-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Weber. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. There he goes right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Lutz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Here we go again. Check. Check. Check.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert, he's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for a big one. But how about...
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Alpha. Everyone's got 4 down.
Throwing again. Herbert. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
55. Let's go, let's go.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And this is caught at the 8. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, Echo. 24 is the mic. Here we go. 24 is the mic. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him.
From the gun, Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Go.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Open man is Galladay, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, 27 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak,
at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
That's
He
true.
scores 3
Filet,
times. There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
At the 36-yard line.
Let's go. 2 times. Even. 4 heads.
Toss play, Kamara. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. The Saints on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jared Davis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, then comes right back and gets a sack.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Back to throw. Herbert. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Fair. Hey, box drop. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Ready?
To throw again. Herbert going up top. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
He got 29 yards that time. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mike 51.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
I'm here all day.
Now back to throw. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
You got it, man.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Bravo! Get it!
From the gun, Herbert. Throw left side complete. It's Weber. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down. Clock.
Hey, man, it's 25 seconds left, dude. Alright, this nigga here closing the game with 25 seconds left. Right?
As soon as I come out the bathroom, I'm calling my job. Bitch, I'm out on maternity leave. I'm 20 minutes pregnant, bitch.
Management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
What's up, Bob? How's it going? Not yet. Just give it a little bit. It's gonna take a couple. Oh, word? Okay.
So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go, boys! Let's go!
Okay, well, text me the email. Because like I said, as long as I can find it, if I can do that, that'd be really great. Okay. No, you fine. Look, if you bug me enough, I've been like, nigga, stop calling me. You good. Nah, you good. Right. Just, like I said, I'll check it out and yeah, send me an email. That'd be even better. Okay. Right. Okay.
Man, what the fuck is going on, dog?
All right, that'll work. That. Okay, we'll do. Right. Right. Okay, that works. All right, no problem, bro. Okay.
We know you got that one black. But you got to polish that bitch like 5 times in order for it to match all the other colors. You don't think that you. We know that you got allergies so bad that when you get to the point, you got to do this shit like 3 times in order for it to get yourself together. Like that shit ain't you. You still think you do. We know that under all that hair weave you got going on, and underneath that shit, you and him got the same motherfucking hairstyle. He don't be talking about that shit. He don't be bringing it. And I say that because, you know, sometimes in life we can just get caught up in our everyday struggle. We can forget to be grateful for small. But I'm just telling you that if you have somebody in your life that's already bringing you toilet tissue, or you already on the toilet. So you gotta be thankful and grateful for it. I'm gonna tell you the key to keeping your relationship together. No matter how long you've been together, always remember to respect them. Always remember to say please and thank you. Even if you got to say, will you please get the fuck out my face? Thank you. Let's go.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Watch that in, tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Operating from the gun. Herbert steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker. Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
That's some bullshit right
Extra
there.
point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for New Orleans, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Best receiver, my quarterback is, right?
you. I respect you 100%. Do what you do. But for me, I could never eat pussy. Oh my God. But I got a problem with ass. And when you eat pussy, ass instantly chases it. At least when you're sucking dick, the balls is the rule divider. And if you suck the dick the right way, the balls be cheating you on. They be like, you got to open your eyes up right here. And I know I'm on to something. I know I'm something too. Because my grandmother proved it. My grandmother proved it. Valentine's Day, first thing Valentine's Day morning, my grandmother called me. First thing in the morning. She was going to a dance at the senior center. She didn't know what to wear. What should I wear? I said, well, Nana, the rule of thumb is whatever's your best asset, that's what you wear red on. And if you got nice breasts, you wear red shirt. If you got nice ass, you wear red pants. My grandmother showed up in that bitch, dressed in all black, with some red lipstick on. My grandma said, if your head right, niggas said, hey, if I tell y'all, think y'all be telling y'all.
You can do your 4. I hear you typing.
What you talking about? All you gotta do is play, bro. That's all. More. Alright, bro. I had to tell her to get to the crib.